Big Al, my Ravens. I just left Baltimore City. Ravens get the win. Outright doggy dog. I did the live show with Costi that you were on with us last week, and we were joking. Costi said, maybe I'll just put $100 on a two-team parlay. Philly at home on the money line with the Ravens on the money line. 100 paid 1,000. He didn't do it. Of course, they both won.
And interesting. I wasn't really paying attention to preseason football until we just began chatting. Now I'd totally forgotten about it because I didn't use anything on the premium service today.
Right.
Um, so I don't even, you know, really know. So tell me what happened. So Baltimore came in. You said Philadelphia came in.
Well, so Philly, I actually spoke too soon. It's 2 minutes left, but if it ends like now, they'll come in. But your complimentary selection yesterday, Baltimore wins out, right? 24-16. We gave it out. I redid the video because we were having technical difficulties because you were traveling. I gave it out at the Ravens plus 4.5. Woke up this morning, it popped to 6.5. Didn't matter. The Ravens won the game outright. You like to fade those line moves, so for whatever reason,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
morning,
I just logged in, and it looks like the line moves are already now 0-2 with one game to go. They've the money came on the
Colts.
what do you call it? It came on the Raiders against the Seahawks. So if the Seahawks cover, the line moves will be 0-3. Last year, I think they were 14-29, if memory serves me correctly.
Wow. So that's a little free tip that you guys can work. Now, the question everybody's going to ask me, Al, is does this work in regular season?
No, 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 no. It's just preseason. If you want to compare the opener to the current, and if it moves like 1.5 points or more, just go the opposite way. Everyone always says, um, well, oh, someone must know something, or oh, this line's moving because they're playing the quarterback's longer and all this bullshit. And just do the opposite. Go the other way if it moves 1.5 points or more. And as I said, I think a week ago when we talked about it, I said you're never going to go broke going against the line move. You may not make a ton, you may make a lot. Every year is different. Last year it was disgusting how terrible the line moves did. Um, but you'll be okay if you go against them.
There you
And
go.
yeah, it looks like it might be off to an 0-3 start. This tonight.
Well, 0-3 meaning 3-0 in
Meaning you're
actuality.
3-0. Yeah,
Yeah,
meaning
yeah,
you
yeah.
could be 3-0 if you go against them.
Exactly. So for all you guys that are ready for the all access, like I said, reach out to me. Everybody was worried they didn't see your face. Al was just traveling. He's back on East Coast time right now with me. How do you like doing a video at 10:47 versus 7:47, and you can still check scores by this time in the West Coast? Unless there's a Hawaii game, basically everything's over, right, Al?
Yeah, I was just actually talking to my wife earlier today. I just hate the East Coast from a work
Oh,
standpoint.
100%.
You know, yeah, you have to wait until like 1 a.m. for all the games to end before you can even input all the data and start your work. I'd rather get the process started 3 hours earlier.
Correct.
Um, it's just horrible
I mean,
to
listen,
have.
there's I was very rarely at the dinner table when my kids were young because on the weekends because of the games. And then I would go out to Vegas and I would be at dinner at 8 o'clock at night in the casinos and all the games would be over practically. And it was like, oh my God, this is amazing. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
like I said, it is what it is. You're on the West, I'm on the East right now. We're both on the East. With that being said, um, is it much cooler where you're at now or is it still the same summer humidity?
No, it's beautiful here in Detroit. It's great. It's like 82 degrees, perfect weather. We went to the Tigers Twins game yesterday, just beautiful day. So, yeah, it's great.
I didn't actually
You know,
remember the
Detroit,
score.
Detroit's great when it's not, you know, February with snow on the ground.
I mean, basically, it's like Baltimore, same thing. Yeah, exactly. Um,
Yeah.
wow, I just noticed that Twins won as a $200 dog at Detroit yesterday with Flaherty against Owe. Nice big,
Oh, oh,
nice big Twins dog came barking to the bank yesterday. I see.
yeah, yeah. It was a fun game. Lots of home runs were hit. That's all you really want. You take the kids. The kids want to see
Exactly.
offense. There was like I think 8 homers in the game or something crazy. So.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fun.
So I'm going to a game. Only game I'm going to this season will be on Monday, August 25th. I'm taking the kids to the Orioles Boston game. But I told you the story tonight. So we go to a steakhouse, Costi, myself, and my two other partners. It was basically we do this kickoff the first day of preseason every year. We do our kickoff meal, and this is like a 5-star steakhouse. And we walk in, and Costi's head snaps, and he's like, I think that's the Orioles because you could see the size of these guys, right? So the manager of the restaurant's friends of ours, and we called him over, and is that the Orioles? And he comes back. He goes, no, 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 no. He goes, that's Oakland. They just won 6-0. They drove from Washington to Baltimore. They're here for a meal before they start the series with the Orioles tomorrow. But it's not, you're a tall guy, but there's a difference between you've seen these guys tall and big. It's like,
Yeah, I mean, I was because you look at the stats on the scoreboard. I was watching it yesterday when we were at the game, and every player is exactly the same: 6'2", 220, 6'2",
exactly.
220.
So I come walking by, I'm 5'7", 160. I'm like, whoa, these guys are like giants. It's like fun. Everybody's got the big ribeye laid out, and they were obviously in a good mood after beating Washington 6-0. And again, I guess from a travel point of view, they got to love scenarios like that. You go to Washington, and you just drive 45 minutes up the road to Baltimore, and you don't have to it's not a big shindig for on a travel day, so to speak. So yeah, that was interesting. It was I mean, again, not that they're a homeless team until they get their stadium, but hey, you know what? They got to eat too. So with that
They're not.
being,
They're not a homeless team. I don't know why they're the Sacramento A's. I mean, how tough is it to call them the Sacramento A's?
okay, we'll call them the Sacramento A's.
I mean, they're not homeless. It's like they
Okay,
play
I
with
get it.
Sutter.
I get it. No, no, that's cool. That's cool. With that being said, football has officially started, and we're here with preseason. And like I said, guys, if you want to get access to the all access, this is when the volume will increase. Obviously, we get ever so closer to August 23rd, which is the first day of college football. And with that being said, you're already 1-0 in preseason for your free complimentary selections. You're 0-0 as you have not given out a premium NFL preseason yet. And I don't even know, I can't remember last year how active you were in terms of premium service selections in the NFL. But we still got a couple weeks left of that. What are you looking at for tomorrow? Because I know there's NFL and there's MLB.
You know what? I mean, I was planning on giving out baseball, and I'm just gonna do a 180 and just give out a preseason game and
Nice.
go against one of these line move games. I mean, there's two of them. Maybe we just use both of them. Just why not, right?
Sure.
Um, I'll pick one. Uh, let's. Yeah, two games have moved. I'm just gonna pick one. We're gonna we're gonna go against the uh, Carolina Panthers,
I
and we're
knew.
going
I
to
knew
take
it.
the Cleveland Browns.
I knew.
Yeah, I
I
mean
know it.
the line's
Now
six
you
six and a half. It
know
opened.
Shador is supposed to start. It's already been public that he's starting, which is amazing that the line moves so much on Panthers. Obviously, Jay Briggs is already waving the Shador, MVP, blah 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 blah. But it is interesting that they're going to put him. I heard the quarterback. We don't have time to research it here. Got knocked out in the first play in the Colts game against the Ravens. So I don't know. Putting the guy in preseason is to me kind of why even bother, but they're doing it.
Well, anyway, as we record this, you have to wait till game time. You never know what the line's going to be at 7 p.m. Eastern when the game starts. But the line at Pinnacle opened at 4, currently sitting at 6.5 at Pinnacle. So you see a 2.5 point move. We'll run the other way. We'll take Cleveland plus a 6.5.
We're going to take Cleveland plus 6.5. You're going to make Jay Briggs' heart all warm and fuzzy. And like I said, there it is, guys. Cleveland plus the 6.5. 6 or 6.5 right now.
6.5 as we record.
6.5 as we record, guys. Almost 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Reach out to me, 443-957-1006 for Big Al's All Access. And as always, good day and good luck.